I publicly humiliated my rich boss. When I was 21, I got my first job as a nanny, but not just any nanny. No, I was a nanny to a rich family, like the top 1% rich. I worked 12-hour-a-day shifts for them, so the family had full trust in me. After the first few weeks, they even stopped hiding all of the expensive jewelry from me and left me alone in the house without turning on the security cameras. So one day, the mom, Linda, asked if I could organize a party for her. She offered to pay $800, so I immediately accepted. She told me I was allowed to come too, but only if I didn't tell anyone I was a nanny. This seemed a little strange at first, but still I accepted, mainly because I had never had a boyfriend before, and I was hoping to meet a rich, handsome guy. The weeks leading up to it were tiring. It honestly felt like I was organizing a wedding or something. Every detail had to be accounted for. The flowers, the flower pots, the outdoor umbrella colors, the types of glasses, everything. And while I was at the house organizing everything, I would sometimes hear Linda on the phone, bragging to her friends about how, well, she's managing juggling raising 3 babies, all while planning an elegant party. I never caught what the other side said, but it always sounded like they were impressed. This irked me, but I shrugged it off, because I get paid anyway, and the money was amazing. But in the days leading up to the party, Linda started acting strange. She started barking orders at me, and even threw a water bottle at me when I wasn't setting the table fast enough. Usually she was very patient, kind, soft-spoken, but now she was acting crazy. One time the kids even came to Emmy crying and asking why mommy was being so mean. That's when I knew it wasn't just in my head. I managed to soothe them and take their minds off it by playing with them and tiring them out, and it never came up again until the day of the party. I still remember how I felt wearing my $300 dress with coordinated shoes and jewelry. Younger me would be so proud, I thought to myself. At that moment, life was sweet, and as my car pulled into their driveway, I was starstruck. There was a crowd filled with suits and elegant dresses, all talking and laughing. Inside, the chandeliers were shining onto the tables filled with all kinds of amazing food. I actually felt like a princess. Then Linda came up to me. I could still see the tension in her eyes, but she smiled at me and introduced me to her friends. Everything was going smoothly until there was a slight lull in the conversation, because that's when Linda striked. You know, Lily over here had her first baby over 2 years ago and still doesn't know how to change a diaper. Everyone laughed like it was the funniest joke of all time. I didn't want to be the mood dampener, so I forced a laugh to be polite. Then Linda kept going. She can't even stop her kids from crying without calling her nanny, and one time when her nanny didn't pick up, she had to call me. Remember that, Lily? The group was laughing so hard that one of them almost dropped their champagne. Linda, I don't know how you do it. 3 years and not even a single nanny. You're an inspiration. Suddenly, the entire group was singing Linda's praises. I had every intention of going along with Linda's plan, but that's when things escalated. Soon, everyone was keeled over laughing while Linda called me lazy, useless, a bad mother, and hopeless, all in the form of a joke. And when the spotlight turned back to her, and about how her years of parenting classes had finally paid off, I stole it back. I excused myself to find the kids, and when I did, I made them cry. Nothing crazy, I just started making funny faces. As usual, 2 of them laughed. Then the 3rd child started to cry because he felt left out and didn't know what was going on. And soon, all of them started crying louder than a baby on an airplane. Hey Linda, I think your kids are crying. Why don't you show us what your parenting classes have taught you and get them to stop? Her eyes went wide and I saw a wave of panic fill her bones. Practically half the party was already watching as she went to go get them. She picked one of them up and started swinging him back and forth. This made him start to scream, and the other 2 followed suit. Within seconds, the entire house was silent, watching Linda not know how to comfort her own children. I just stood there with a smirk plastered on my face until she finally gave me the look. Within seconds, they were smiling and laughing again. Her friends immediately broke into uproar about what unnatural I was. Everyone was asking if I could be their nanny, offering 2 and 3 times what Linda was paying me. I was over the moon. But little did I know, Linda wouldn't let me get away so easily, and it wasn't long before she taught me exactly what secrets rich people are hiding. I can't finish the story in this short video. The full video is on my channel and linked below.